What's going on, everybody? It's Brandon with Jarhead Diagnostics. This is just a quick video to kind of go over our VDD box, our voltage drop diagnostics box, which is used for doing parasitic draw tests with any scope that allow you to build a math channel. So let's get into it. All right, so anytime that you purchase a VDD box or a voltage drop diagnostics box, it's going to come with the box itself as well as 2 leads and 2 alligator clips. The way this works is you hook this up pretty much the same way that you would hook up a multimeter whenever you're doing a parasitic drain. So you just hook up your positive and negative, and then you would take your red lead or your positive and you would hook it to the grounding strap of the battery, and then you would use the black and you would go to the negative post of the battery with it disconnected. And then this would be in line, and then you would take this, which is labeled to your scope, and you just hook up a VNC to your scope. And pretty much that's how this thing is set up. And then once you get it all set up, once you have your math channel built inside of your Pico software, which is, I'll show you on how to do it with Pico, it'll calculate the voltage drop of the resistor inside of this box and calculate that into an amperage due to Ohm's law and how all that works. But as far as setting it up, it's fairly simple. Some big no-nos: do not take the red and hook it to the battery positive and the black and hook it to battery negative. Essentially, once you do that, you're shorting the battery from positive to negative, and it's a big no-no. So that's the basic setup on it, on how you do it, and what all it comes with. Next, let's go into how you need to build a math channel. All right, so for setting up your math channel, it's actually fairly easy. So you just open up your Pico software. So on this one, I'm actually using Pico 7. Now, if you want to set up a custom math channel on Pico 7, all you do is you hit Math Channels. And you can already see where I have that one made right here, the shunt draw tester, but for sake of argument, we're going to make a new one. You just go to Add New, and so for your formula, we're going to always use channel A, or at least that's what I always do. So you'll do A, and then you want to divide it by the ohms resistance of the voltage drop box, and you always want to start the number with a 0 if it's like most of these boxes are 0.3, so, or 0.31, 0.32 in that area. So you would always want to start with a 0, so it would be 0, or sorry, it would be A divided by 0.32. So that's just whatever the box that you receive, whatever the formula is that's on that box, is what you would use in this section right here. And then you just click Next. So our units, you want to switch this to amps. And then your minimum, maximum, so let's just do 5, and, or sorry, -5. What this will do, whenever you have it in that big of a range, it'll kind of clean up the screen as it goes across, because if you have it in too small of a window, let's say like 0 to 3 amps, whenever you're doing your testing, it'll have a bunch of squigglies going across the screen. It'll be hard to read. So if you do the -5 to +5, then it'll give you a better reading across your screen. And then all you do is hit Finish. Or if you want, I guess you can change your colors right here as well. So whenever you do your readings with it, you'll always have it set on channel A for your reading, which will be blue, and it's just watching that voltage across the screen. And then let's say you want your amps to be, or sorry, channel A is blue, and then you want your amps, I always try and do this a completely different color than what's on the 4 channels. So let's do purple. So now on my math channel, it's going to have that purple. Just hit finish. And so now that's set up, and so all you do is you just hook it up the way that I was explaining earlier, and then you go to your math channels and you select your math channel, and then you can go from there. And then you can even change the names on it. Right here. VDD. Finish. So now the VDD box is its own special math channel. But after you name it, then you're good to go. So that's the quick down and dirty on how you want to set up your math channel on Pico 7. Next, if you guys are still running Pico 6. So after you get it in and loaded, you would just go to Tools, Math Channels, and then you want to do a Create, then Next, and then you would do enter the equation. So it's going to be the same as before. It would be A divided by 0.32 is your math channel. Next, whatever color you want. We'll do purple again. Next, and then for this you want to switch it to amps. A. Next. Finish. And there you go. So then you can come back in here and switch the name to VDD. Next, next, finish. So now I've got it loaded in there as the VDD, and it would be the same thing. All you do is you select channel 1, you have it set up, and you start recording with your math channel open, and it'll have both channel A and the math channel going at the same time.